Welcome back to Behind the Box. Today we're going to look at 3 of our favourite pocket-sized games. Now with this, there was no real restriction other than it has to fit in your pocket. So, first one.
So our first game is Deep Sea Adventure. Deep Sea Adventure is a competitive game where you're trying to collect underwater treasure represented by the different valued tiles. Each turn you roll dice and descend deeper into the ocean. You may opt to pick up the tiles you land on. However, this decreases the communal oxygen supply, and you need to make sure that you get back to the submarine before the oxygen levels reach 0. The most points after 3 rounds is the winner. I love this game because it is so big for how small it is. Like, when you set this up on the table in front of you, you will be surprised by how much game is actually in there.
I think it's the biggest ratio of box size to game that we probably own. It's huge.
And it always goes down well. Whenever we bring it to a new group, the loser is always the first person to say, let's play again. Because they always think they've got a new strategy that they can try. And
every single time.
It makes each game so different.
This is the game for us where when it's played once, it's played 4 times.
Yeah.
Because, the loser goes, no, we're doing it again. I need to win. And then they will try a new strategy.
Yeah.
Won't work. They'll go, we're playing again. I need to win this game.
You don't mind it, really, because it's only 30 minutes to play the whole game, but it's a fast 30 minutes, if that makes any sense. Because it's broken up into these 3 rounds, and it just moves so quick. It's
snappy. It really is. Turns fly around. It's fantastic. Now, the negative, I would say, for me, when we first played it, we played it just 2-player. Now, the reason that's negative is because one of the mechanics we love in this game is when you would occupy the same space as someone else, you instead jump 1 space ahead of them. It doesn't take up a movement to do that. Now, when you've got 4 players, you fly down this just lane of components because there's so many people there that you just slingshot off of. In a 2-player game, that does not happen. And so we played it and we were like, I don't really get it.
Yeah.
And then we tried it with 4 and we were like, oh, okay, I understand now how it works. We've not played it any other player counts to just, clear it out. But with 4, it was perfect. With 6, I imagine it would be chaotic. So, that, amazing. Yeah. Love the game. Fantastic.
Very great game.
Very, very good game. Our second game that's pocket-sized that we love is Saboteur. Now, this is the box for Saboteur 2, which is an expansion. But basically, in Saboteur, you are either a dwarf that is trying to get some gold and dig for gold, or you're a saboteur. So you're still a dwarf, but you don't want gold. Or you do, but you want it to yourself. So you're trying to sabotage everything. In Saboteur 2, it basically just adds a bunch of new roles, new ways to win for those roles. But the core game is the same. You have a hand of cards that are like little map pieces. Again, it's quite a big game because you have to get from point A to point B, being one of the gold cards, and you have to travel and make this map as you play. Now, if you're a dwarf trying to get the gold, you'll be working your way that direction. If you're a saboteur, you're not going to be doing that. You're going to be sabotaging, you'll be destroying the mine, you'll be veering everyone off into the wrong directions. To me, this is the underrated hidden role game.
Yeah.
We love hidden role games. This one is just fantastic, and this always goes down a treat. Yeah,
I love games where you can lie and deceive and try and figure out who's telling the truth. And
we played this a lot, so much so that our box is actually breaking. One reason for that is because it is very often in a suitcase going to America.
My brother always requests this game.
Every time we go. And part of the reason I think this holds such a special place in our hearts is because we played it with Lindsay's brother and his wife while she was pregnant. And he was a saboteur. She didn't think he was, and he persuaded her, trust me, we'll work together. It's Chris and Lindsay. They're the ones that are bad. Last move of the game, he completely turns around, stabs her in the back. She broke down.
She started crying. She was very hormonal.
She was very emotional, and she
was laughing at the same time.
Yeah, she was crying because she knew how ridiculous it was, but she was also actually upset. Hilarious, absolutely funny that happened, and
very good memory.
One of favorites. Now, again, a negative to this. Now, when you get Saboteur 2, all the components, I'm just going to show you, they don't fit in the box. We have to actually use a hair tie to hold it shut because there's just too much stuff. Now, in the base game, it's fine, but Saboteur 2, that is a problem. And a negative about the actual game, for especially Saboteur 2, some of the roles are a bit confusing for newer players. So I'd maybe start with Saboteur 1 and then expand if you enjoy it.
Yeah.
But that's Saboteur.
Still a really great game.
Fantastic game.
One of our favorites. We've had it for a really long time. Yeah. So the next game that we'd like to suggest is Hanabi. Ooh. Hanabi. Now in Hanabi, it's a cooperative game where everyone has a hand of firework cards. But you can't see your own, only the cards everyone else has. Your goal is to play the cards of the right color in the right order to complete the fireworks set. Players can give clues to help each other play the cards, but that uses up your limited resources. In the end, you're scored based on how impressive your display is. Now, I love this game because just the idea of not being able to see your own cards and completely relying on everyone else to give you information on how to play. And then when it's your turn to communicate, how am I supposed to communicate this? It's so much fun. It's a real puzzle, a real thinker.
Yeah, I love the mechanic of holding because you hold your cards facing away from you. And so I love that you're completely blind to your own information, but you know everything else. It's it's fantastic.
Yeah, it is a really, really good game. It has sort of recently been surpassed by a new game called Beyond Baker Street, which sort of takes just that idea of not being able to see your own hand and just fully fleshes it out into like a real game.
There's just a bit more going on in the game. This is still a great game. I would say pick it up and play this one if you're a newer group. But if you're a bit experienced, Beyond Baker Street, it's not pocket size.
That's not pocket size, yeah.
It's a bit bigger, but it's, they're both fantastic. And it's just sort of, again, it's the natural progression for me of that game into more of a game.
Yeah.
So that's it. They are three of our favourite pocket-sized games. Yeah, I love all of them. I would always play them given any opportunity. But if you have any other games that fit this criteria that you think would be on your list, then let us know. We'd love to read.
We're always
all
looking
those
for
comments.
new games.
And again, if there's any topics you want us to cover, let us know. We'll walk through those. And check out the description again for all further information on each of the games we've discussed and all of our links to Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Again, we're really active there, so come and say hi. But until the next video, we will see you soon.
Bye.
That's good.
Ooh, I got a cold chill.
The ghost passed right through you. What is our first one?
Oh, sorry. My hair.
Your hair's your first one?
No, I felt it and it bugged me.
Steve.
Sorry, let me try that again.